Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for clicking on this video. If this is your second time, thank you for coming back. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. I'll be making fish pie or fish roll today, whichever way you decide to call it. And these are my ingredients: flour, margarine, salt and water. I'll be using all three of those to make the dough for the fish pie or the fish roll, whichever. This recipe can actually make both fish pie and fish roll. So I'll start by crumbing the margarine or the butter with my flour. So I'll pour in the butter into the flour, and then I'll use my bare hands, my bare clean hands, to crumb everything together. Emphasis on clean hands. Please make sure your hands are clean. Food safety and hygiene rules first, please. So I'll do that and I'll continue doing it until it's like well combined together. The end result should look like this. Your flour and your margarine should look well combined. It should have this light yellow look, and then you dig a hole in the middle and then add the water. I think it was at this point I added the salt because I forgot, but just make sure you put in everything before you complete the dough. You're going to need to put in some effort to mixing this. So if the surface is too high, you may need to bring the bowl down and do it. So you just keep on kneading until it's smooth, like the texture is smooth and everything's well combined and your hands are clean, like in the video. So we're done now. I'm going to bring out everything and cut them into different sections and then refrigerate for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how cool your fridge is. You just want the batter to firm up a bit. So that's what we're going to be doing, and then I'll wrap each part or each segment cut in cling film and then pop everything in the fridge. Now that that's done, it's time to prepare the fish, and I'm preparing a mackerel fish. I'll just put down the fire. I'll add bouillon cubes, salt, garlic, ginger, and there's this spice called pepper soup spice, just to give you an extra edge, and then yellow pepper. Yeah, basically that's it. And then I'll add a cup of water and allow it to simmer. Fish doesn't take a long time to cook, so it's ready in no time. And then I'll just desiccate it, like shred it with my fork, and like how I'm doing it in the video, basically nothing too serious. Please make an attempt to remove all the bones from your fish. I said an attempt because truthfully, you're not going to be able to remove everything, but just make an attempt so that people eating this fish pie or fish roll will not choke. The next step for the fish filling is to fry the fish. So I'm going to add some onions and then add the fish and then fry it for a couple of minutes. I'll also add a little bit of the broth of the fish, the boiled fish, just to simmer it and to give it some moisture. The dough is finally ready. It's been about 30 minutes and they are firmed up a bit. So I'm going to bring everything out and cut into smaller pieces. This is going to help me roll out the dough nicely and easily. So rolling out dough is not easy work at all. And so I'm just going to divide that into smaller pieces to help the work get easier for me and for everyone. Afterwards, I'll sprinkle some flour on the surface. The surface is very clean. I cleaned the surface thoroughly before doing this. After I sprinkle some flour, I'll roll out the dough on the surface. I'll roll out each dough that I cut, each section, and then afterwards I'll cut out my desired shape. Then after I cut out the desired shape, I will put the fish filling in the middle of each shape, or rather in the middle of one of the shapes, and then use the other one to cover it. You're going to see it in this clip. Basically I cut it out like this, and then if there are any rough edges, I use a knife to like trim it, and then afterwards I'll add the fish filling into the middle, then I'll cover it. I am going to go over the edges of the side of the pie that the fish filling is on. This will serve as an adhesive for the other side. It's going to help both sides stick to each other seamlessly. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'll press the sides together to secure the sides so that the fish filling doesn't come out. And then afterwards, I'm going to use the edge of my fork to create dents that gives it this pie look. You know, the pie look, the usual pie look in fish pie, meat pie, chicken pie, and all of that. So that's what I'm doing. And if you have something else that you would prefer to use, please feel free, go ahead. I must say you should dent some holes on top of the pie to ensure that the pie has a vent, because it's very hot in the oven. And then afterwards, you need to egg wash your pies. I skipped that part, and you shouldn't, so make sure you do that. And after egg washing it, pop them in the oven and leave it for about 30 to 40 minutes. And yeah, basically this is it. This is how to make fish pie. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you ever try this recipe out, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.